Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Kenny killed Anthony during the events of Cobra Kai Season 4? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 4 would still happen. Anthony would still bully Kenny in this timeline, so Kenny would still go to Robbie, and he would still join Cobra Kai. Those events would stay the same. The events of Season 4 would carry on. The Cobra Kai students would still get their revenge on Hawk, so Daniel and Johnny would still go their separate ways. Kenny would continue his training, the bond between Kenny and Robbie would continue to grow, and the night of the All Valley, Cobra Kai, Eagle Fang, and Miyagi-Do would still compete. Kenny would advance in his matches, and he would still make it to the qualifier rounds. Kenny would still fight Robbie, but Robbie wouldn't be holding back, and he would still defeat Kenny, so Kenny would go to the locker room to clean himself off. Anthony would see this, and he would decide to follow him, so Kenny would go to the locker room. Anthony would see Kenny, and he would want to apologize, but Kenny would be mad seeing Anthony, and he wouldn't want to listen to his apology, so Kenny would attack Anthony, and he would start beating him up. But in this timeline, Robbie wouldn't be there to stop Kenny, so Kenny would continue to attack Anthony, and he would continue to take out all his anger towards them. Kenny would continue to slam Anthony's head against the lockers, and when Anthony was on the floor, Kenny would step on his throat, and eventually Anthony would stop breathing, so Kenny would kill Anthony in this timeline. Kenny would realize what he had done, and he would be filled with fear and regret. So Kenny would run out of the locker room, and he would decide to go home. The tournament would carry on. Eli would still fight Miguel, but Miguel would still be injured, so Eli would advance to the finals. Miguel would still want to run away, so Miguel would go to the locker room to change. This is when he would find Anthony on the floor. Miguel would be shocked, and he would go see if Anthony was okay, but he would soon realize that Anthony was dead, so Miguel would run out of the locker room to stop the tournament. The fight between Eli and Robbie would be about to begin. This is when Miguel would run out, and he would interrupt the fight. He would say that he found Anthony's body in the locker room. Everyone would be shocked. The tournament would be stopped, and Daniel would go to the locker room to find Anthony. Daniel would find Anthony, and he would be devastated. Amanda and Sam would also be devastated. The tournament would shut down, and the police would be called. The police would go over the security cameras, and they would see Kenny running out of the locker room, so the police would go find Kenny, and they would arrest him, and he would be sent to juvie. Season 5 would still carry on. Miyagi-Do would shut down, and there would be a funeral for Anthony. Miguel wouldn't run away in this timeline, and he would be there for Sam. Robbie would also be there to support the Russos. Robbie would realize that he failed Kenny, so he would still decide to leave Cobra Kai. The events would carry on. Terry Silver would still betray Kreese, so Kreese would still be arrested in this timeline. Cobra Kai would continue to operate, and since no one won the All Valley, Eagle Fang would stay open, so Eagle Fang and Cobra Kai would have a rivalry. Daniel wouldn't reopen up Miyagi-Do in this timeline, and he would quit karate. Sean would be surprised to see Kenny in juvie, and he would ask him what he did, so Kenny would tell him everything. Sean would tell him that this wasn't what he wanted for him, and that he wanted him to be better than him, so Sean would take care of Kenny in juvie, and that is where I'm gonna end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Kenny killed Anthony during the events of Cobra Kai Season 4? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.